man. We was already, before the video, sending videos back and forth to each other about, different little jobs and different little ways you can, bring forth in income, with the squeeze just getting, put on shit with Esau Edom. A lot of people are losing jobs, and we're seeing a lot of people, bug out about it, but the time gonna come where there will be no work for Egypt. All due to Esau Edom and his whole system. Jobs are being limited. Government jobs are being taken. And I want to bring out something that Yahushua has spoken real quick. It's the book of John, chapter 9, verse 4, and it said, "I must work the works of him that sent me while it is day. The night cometh when no man can work." All right. So the time is going to come when no man the jobs are going to be limited. All right. Ain't going to be no jobs. It's being taken away by Esau Edom because, his whole thing is to eradicate people. All right, when you look at, Kill Gates and how he moving, all right, they want to do away with majority of the population. All right, and it's starting to, trickle down to, we don't really need as many people. Only a devil will think some shit, the wicked will think some shit like that. We don't need that many people on the earth, as if he ain't, this base man who destroyed the earth and destroyed nations and did all this. All right, if anybody needed to be eradicated, it'd be his ass, man. All right, but in his mind frame, this is his earth, this is his planet, right? The earth is his planet, right? So Job 9:24, that the earth has been given into the hands of the wicked. Therefore, what they're behind the scenes pulling the strings on how can we limit the jobs? Well, we bring forth our left hand angels, which is this AI, all right, robots, and the time is going to come where they're going to bring forth that transhumanism, because that's all part of that fourth industrial revolution, is to merge man with machine. All right, ultimately what? They want to, put their devices inside of man. All right? Or if not, you can't be part of our system. If not, if you can't get down with that type of program, you can't be a part of us. So real quick, I'm going to get this also. This is Ecclesiastes 12:3, and it says, "In that day, when the keepers of the house shall tremble," and the keepers of the house being who? Esau, Edom, the elites. And it says, "And strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because there are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened." So you seeing the grinding is starting to cease. All right, a lot of Edomites are losing government jobs. Jake, all right, and even some brothers are being affected by it. All right, and in the times to come, more and more brothers, we're going to be affected by it, but we got faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. All right, these people got faith in this system. That's why the scriptures say, "Warn to them and go down to Egypt for help." Right? So the grinding is ceasing, and it says, "And those that look out of the windows be darkened." And what is that? That's going into business being closed. All right, a lot of businesses are starting to close because you're starting to see more and more online. As we was mentioning, as the elder mentioned in Chicago during this so-called Black Friday, you didn't see people rushing to Walmarts how they used to, and ramshacking that shit because more people were shopping online. I'm gonna catch them deals online, so people are shopping at home. And what's that gonna do? That's gonna limit people from actually needing that help, because years ago Jake be all crowded up and they everybody working overtime at Walmart. They calling everybody for hours and all that. You ain't seeing that.
Right, sleeping overnight.
Yeah, sleeping overnight and shit outside stores. That time is ceasing, right? And the windows being darkened is going to businesses closing. You're seeing a lot of different establishments are starting to close, and they're starting to limit shit. Verse 4, and it says, "And the door shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low." So that's just showing we at the end of Esau Edom's rulership.
On the real.
So this shit through.